All right, the 14B District Court is now in session. My name is MIWashington, and I'm the judge that will be presiding over this session. The court will call the matter of the state of Michigan versus Veronica Claxton Leonard, case number 23S00809.
Good morning, Richard again to the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sam Bernstein with and on behalf of Ms. Claxton Leonard. Veronica, can you please state your name for the court?
Veronica Claxton Leonard.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Your Honor, I'm hoping to do a breakout room with Your Honor and Ms. McDuffie, and I'll have Ms. Claxton Leonard leave my room.
Thank you. Yes, you may. All right, we are back on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Veronica Leonard. It's my understanding that we're going to adjourn this 2 weeks so that the defense attorney, Mr. Bernstein, can have an opportunity to speak with his client. We'll adjourn it to April 4th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Bond is continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Michigan versus Ebony Baker, 20S00122.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Good morning, Tina Saxon on behalf of Ebony Baker. Ms. Baker, will you please state your name for the court?
Ebony Baker.
Good morning, Ms. Baker. Good morning, Ms. Saxton.
Good morning.
All right, we're here for an adjourned free trial in this matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That's correct, Your Honor. Ms. Saxon sent me an email. So this is a case from the Walmart that is no longer obviously present at that location. And we tend to dismiss the retail fraud-based cases because of that. This is a little bit different because it's an embezzlement matter, but I will treat this one the same way at this point due to a belief that we will not be able to get witnesses to proceed with the case. So we can dismiss the matter at this time.
Thank you. All right. This matter is now dismissed. Ms. Baker, have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Have
Your
a
Honor.
good
Thank you,
day.
Ms. McDuffie.
All your bond conditions are over.
Your Honor, may I ask for destruction of fingerprints if they were taken on this matter?
You would have to file a motion for that, and then I can have an order that's attached to it. So if you file that, then I would certainly consider it.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
So, case of the state of Michigan versus Thomas Vasher, case number 21S00354.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Thomas Vasher.
Morning, Ms. White. Mr. Vasher, please get them to unmute you so you can state your name.
Yes, my name is Thomas Vasher.
Thank you. Good morning, sir. It looks like you were before the magistrate on February 29th, where you were arraigned on the violation of probation. I'm going to rearraign you on that. The violation of probation alleges that you failed to complete the Darn Farm assessment. You failed to contact the doctor for a reassessment of medications. You failed to drug and alcohol test as ordered. Those are technical violations.
I was
Not,
never-
sir, no, not yet. You can't.
Okay.
The non-technical violation is you failed to report to probation for over 6 months. You were charged with domestic violence in violation of the do not violate any criminal law or unit of government probation condition. Reference to case report number. It's a 1481 case 231-1363. Ms. White, have you had a chance to go over the report with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
And understanding what the allegations are, what does your client wish to do? So you're entitled to have a hearing in these matters, at which time, if it is found that you violate the terms of your probation, or if you admit to violating the terms of your probation could be revoked and you could serve the maximum penalty in this particular case. That is the recommendation at this time. What would your client like to do?
We would like to admit to the violation with an explanation.
Mr. Vasher, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sir, my understanding is you're going to waive your right to have a hearing in this matter and you're going to admit to the violation of probation. Is that correct?
No, I have no clue what that was even about because I definitely did not agree to none of that.
Can we
Okay,
have a breakout room, Your Honor?
yes.
Thank you.
State of Michigan versus Zachary Chris, case number 23 S 4317514.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Is Zachary Chris present?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Please state your name.
Zachary Christ.
Thank you. Who's appearing on behalf of Mr. Zachary Chris from the Public Defender's Office? They're not usually on.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was just in a breakout room. I am on this case, Assistant Public Defender Allison Mueller here on behalf of Zachary Christ.
All right, thank you. This is a pre-hearing conference?
That's correct, Your Honor. We were previously here. Mr. Chris submitted some insurance information for the other count. And I was not willing to do anything with the civil infraction, which was essentially he rear-ended somebody. And Ms. Jordan followed up with a request to consider mitigating, information regarding his employment and how that would affect him. This is one of those against my better judgment because I still really don't think it's appropriate to reduce that count, but I will allow Mr. Chris because I got that break once in my life too. So I'm not going to act like I'm, not understanding that people need a break once in a while. Mr. Chris can accept responsibility for the civil infraction of impeding traffic rather than the one that he is currently charged with.
We appreciate that, Ms. McDuffie. Do you understand the offer, Mr. Christ?
Yes, ma'am, and thank you, Ms. Duffy.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd like to admit to that, right, Mr. Christ? Is that
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
All right, Mr. Chris, you accept responsibility for an impeding traffic on December 19th, 2023 at the vicinity of East I-94 and Huron Road here in Ypsilanti Township. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Or
right.
yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
No, that either one is fine. Fine is
Okay.
$180. Can you pay that today, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, pay it no later than Friday. You probably won't be able to get it paid. If you're gonna do it online with a credit card, you probably won't be able to do that until tomorrow morning. But get it paid Friday, okay?
How do I just go on the 14th District Court website?
14B District Court
Oh.
website. And let me give you the case number. You'll need that in order to pay it. Do you have a pen?
Yes, 1 second. All right, I'm ready.
23 S as
2,
in
3.
S as in Sam 4317514.
Okay,
All right, have a good day. Take care. Count 1 is dismissed.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I don't know how to exit out of here.
We're all set, so have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
State of Michigan versus Shirley Hartford, case number 14S00759.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ashley Jordan requesting to practice under MCR 8.120 under the direct supervision of Allison Mueller.
Permission is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Hartford, can you unmute and state your name for Your Honor?
Shirley Hartford.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Hartford.
Good morning.
We're here for a pre-trial in this matter. Have you had an opportunity to discuss this and pre-try it? I do have registration and insurance in the court's file.
Yes, Your Honor. We have sent the insurance to Ms. McDuffie, which she has approved. So I believe this case will be dismissed today.
That is correct. We adjourned so that Ms. Hartford could add her name to the policy as a covered driver. I do see that, so we can dismiss this case.
Based on that, this matter is dismissed. Ms. Hartford, have a good day.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. Thanks, Ms. McDuffie.
State of Michigan versus Derek Williams, case number 23S816073.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Derek Williams.
Mr. Derek Williams, please unmute and state your name.
How you doing? Derek Williams.
I'm pretty good, sir. Thank you. We're here in this matter for a pretrial today. Is it a
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. This is one of 3 phishing cases. I think at least 3 phishing cases on the docket today. So the resolution that I proposed, and I apologize for the civil infractions, the prosecutors don't have information on what the fees are. But I know we previously resolved a phishing related case with acceptance of responsibility for the civil infraction for failure to exhibit a phishing license. I can give the code for that. I have no idea what the fees are, but that's what I can offer.
all right? Can you ask him for a thing that what that is? The fee. What is the code, please?
That code is MCL 324.435.163.
MCL 324.43.
43. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
435.163.
Yes.
All right, thank you. And it is a civil infraction.
Yes.
Okay. Come on, please.
And Mr. Williams, I know we did not get a chance to talk about this. I got the offer this morning, but it is a civil infraction instead of a misdemeanor. And Your Honor is looking up the fees now, so you can consider if you want to admit responsibility to this, okay?
Okay.
It's what it's related to. They don't know out there either.
So I am one that's 43516, but then it's 3.
Yeah.
So a hunting and fishing license, failing to provide a hunting for a harvester or fishing license to a conservation officer, law enforcement officer, or tribunal conservation officer. The maximum fee is $150 for the first offense.
Okay.
Is what I'm finding.
Thank you. It's $150.
Do you wish to accept that offer, admit responsibility, Mr. Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, so you're accepting responsibility for the civil infraction of failure to exhibit a fishing license in December 22nd, 2023 at Ford Lake and Bridge Road here in Ypsilanti Township. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Fine is $150. Count one is dismissed. Can you pay that today?
I can pay it today. If I pay it online, I can pay it today or I have to pay it in the morning.
You can pay it in the morning
Okay.
or anytime before Friday ends.
Okay.
Okay,
And can I have the case number so I can
of course. You have a pen, you ready?
yes, ma'am.
23S816073.
Okay, I got it.
All right, count one is dismissed, and if you don't pay it on time, there will be a 20% penalty that is assessed. If you don't pay it after that, then a warrant could issue for your arrest. So please make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
You sent me that link too. Yeah. I just sent it to my phone.
Okay. State of Michigan versus Kyra Merrick, case number 22S00516.
Operation McDuffie for the people.
Sorry about that, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Allison Mueller, here on behalf of Kyra Merrick. Ms. Merrick, can you unmute and state your name for the record, please?
Kyra Merrick.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're here for a pretrial today.
Yes, Your Honor, I think I know how we'd like to proceed, but if I could I briefly approach with you and Prosecutor McDuffie on this matter?
Sure. Okay, at this time, we're going to place Miss Moeller into a breakout room with her client. The court will recall the matter of the state of Michigan versus Thomas Vasher, case number 21S00354.
No.
You're muted, Ms. McDuffie.
Sorry about that. Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Thomas Vasher.
Mr. Vasher, please state your name again, sir.
Thomas Vasher.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, where are we with this, Ms. White?
Mr. Vasher will admit to the violation with explanation.
Mr. Vasher, is that true, sir? You are going to admit to the violation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, you're already under oath and you're still under oath, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it true, sir, that you failed to complete the non-farm assessment, failed to contact the doctor for reassessment for your medication, and failed to drug and alcohol test as ordered?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it also true that you failed to report to probation for over 6 months? And
Yes, sir.
what is the status of the charge for the, I'm speaking to your attorney now. Ms. White, what is the status of the charge for the domestic violence?
I believe it's still pending. Is that correct, Mr. Vasher?
No, it was dismissed, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. But he is in on several other matters.
I see case number 231 dash. I'm sorry, Ms. White, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
I see case 231-1363, which is one count of domestic violence pending in the 14A1 District Court. He was
That's what I
arraigned
thought.
on March 6th. It shows a $30,000 cash surety bond, and his bond is continued, and his next hearing is April 1st at 1 p.m. in person.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
So it is not dismissed, Mr. Vasher.
No, this is a different domestic violence. The domestic violence that I went to court with you on has been dismissed.
That's not what I was referring to. I asked you about the case in 14A1, sir.
Oh, I don't know. I went to it on the 18th and they said that they were dismissing it, but they were thinking about prosecuting me and picking up 2 felonies. And I was in front of Simpson. That's the one you're talking about?
It is still pending and you have a court date coming up, sir, was what Ms. McDuffie just read off of the ROA for it.
Oh, okay. I don't know nothing about that. I guess I'm lost.
All right. I'll accept the admission to the violations that we have before us right now. Are you satisfied, Ms. McDuffie?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right?
Satisfied.
Proceed.
I'm sorry.
Are we ready to proceed to sentencing?
Actually, Your Honor, Mr. Vasher believes he's going to, and I have to check into this, a program called Chance for Life. It is a 1-year inpatient program, and he believes his other cases will be releasing him to this program. But I do see he has pending court dates on those. He's supposed to be released to that program on April 14th. I was going to ask for an adjournment so I could look into this program. I did look it up briefly. And it is a program, it does exist, but I want to confirm how it works. It is a treatment program. So we're asking that you don't follow the recommendation at this time and allow a brief adjournment so that I can look into that.
Any objection, Ms. McDuffie?
No objection to the adjournment. What is Mr. Vasher being held on for our case? Is it a no bond?
I think he has a PR. I'm getting ready to address that.
Okay.
All right, I will grant him the opportunity to have you check into that particular program. The bond in this case will be a no bond until we come back to court. You say the release is supposed to be April the 20th?
14.
14th.
All right, I'll see him back here on April 11th. April 11th, 2024 at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a blessed day.
You too, sir.
I'm done.
We'll call the matter of the state of Michigan versus Jeremy Holt, case number 23S00540.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Daffy Leba on behalf of Mr. Holt. Mr. Holt, could you state your name, sir?
Jeremy Holt.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Holt.
Good morning.
All right. In this particular case, we're here before the court for a pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Holt would like to plead guilty to counts 1 and 2, and my understanding is that with that, counts 3 would be dismissed.
That is correct. I'm just trying to make sure, when Mr. Holt admitted, do we have any? He was last here on
March
the
11th.
11th. Okay. We
And-
might have one more violation that we need to address, which is just on an updated report. I think it's one more cocaine positive from March 7th. I don't know if we had that report at the last hearing. I don't think we did yet.
No, he admitted he tested positive for cocaine on February 15th, February 29th. 15th and the 29th. We did not have the March 7th.
But that is a correct statement of the offer, Your Honor.
I don't know if I'm gonna require that he admit to the March 7th since it was after the 11th. He's already admitted he's been using cocaine while he was on bond. He was in custody at that time. And he just posted bond on the 19th. So he's been out 2 days. Have you tested since then, sir?
I actually posted bond a week ago yesterday. So that'd have been the 13th.
Oh, the 13th.
I've tested twice. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm looking at a prior report that shows that Mr. Holt tested on the 14th and 18th and was negative for everything except his prescribed.
All right. So he just was negative except for what his prescription is. Okay. All right, I will accept that. So he's going to be pleading guilty to counts 1 and 2, and count 3 is going to be dismissed.
Correct. Your Honor, the other aspect of that offer, which may or may not come into play, is that Mr. Holt, should he be admitted to and successfully graduate from a treatment court, I would also dismiss the controlled substance use count 2. But I believe he's a Wayne County resident. So if he were even interested in that, he would have to be referred somewhere out of county, obviously, to pursue that. But I just wanted to make sure that was on the record because I did include that as well.
And I did discuss that with Mr. Holt, and Mr. Holt indicated to me that he's not interested in a recovery court program. He does intend to remain sober of all substances. However, he's concerned that he may have difficulty completing the intensive nature of a recovery court program. So he would like to simply plead guilty to counts 1 and 2. Mr. Holt, is that correct?
Yeah, with revoked license and everything, I am set up for farm. I start my classes on Monday. Looks like that's about 3 different courses of 8 weeks per course. I start that on Monday.
All right, that's your choice, sir. I believe there are some benefits for you. The most important one, obviously, being forever and long-term sobriety. But in addition to that, there may be some licensing options available to you if you're in one of those programs. Nevertheless, the court will take the plea in this case to counts 1 and 2, operating while intoxicated, while impaired as a second offense, carrying a maximum penalty of up to 1 year in the Washington County Jail, and a fine of up to $1,000. Count 2 is controlled substance use of narcotics. That is a misdemeanor carrying a maximum of 1 year and up to $2,000 fine plus court costs. Do you understand those maximum penalties, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding that you still want to plead guilty today,
Yes, Your Honor.
please raise your right hand to be sworn. You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. I'm going to go over some rights that you have that you're going to be giving up by entering into this plea. Please stop me if you have any questions or if you feel like you need to speak with your attorney again. You have the right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by this court to require those witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any and all witnesses that are called against you. And you have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you could choose to remain silent. If you chose to remain silent, the prosecutor could not comment on that. In addition to that, you have the right to be presumed innocent unless I'm frozen. Can you hear me, sir?
I can now. You broke up there for about 10 seconds.
Okay. What did you hear last, sir?
I heard the right to a trial by jury.
All right. So it's much longer than 10
sorry.
seconds. You have the right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by a court to require those witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any and all witnesses that are called against you. You have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you could choose to remain silent. If you did choose to remain silent, the prosecutor could not comment on it. In addition to that, you have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand all those rights, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand you're going to be giving up all those rights and you're not going to be having a trial of any sort?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you also understand that there is no automatic right to appeal this decision? So in all likelihood, this decision is going to stick with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you were on probation, parole, or bond on the date of this offense, which was April 18, 2023, then you could be in violation of that probation, parole, or bond. Do you understand that part?
Yes, ma'am.
In addition to that, if you are not a U.S. citizen, you could have immigration consequences. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am.
All right. To the charges, I guess, of operating while intoxicated, second offense notice, and controlled substance use. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Does anyone promise you anything other than what we've placed on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened you in any way, shape, or form?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. So let's turn to the date of offense. On April 18, 2023, were you operating with the presence of a controlled substance in your system? Let's see. Were you operating a motor vehicle on Stony Creek and Dean Drive here in Ypsilanti Township, sir, on April 18, 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you were operating that motor vehicle, did you have cocaine in your system, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you previously convicted of operating while impaired on or about January 21st, 2020 in 34th District Court?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
All right. And then as to controlled substance use on that same date and time, sir, Oh, wow. Okay. Let me understand this. Did you have cocaine? Did you use cocaine on that date? I guess it's pretty clear from the fact that you had it in your system. Did you use cocaine on that date? All right, thank you. I find that there's a factual basis for the plea. It has been willingly and knowingly made. Are you satisfied, Ms. McDuffie?
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
Defense is likewise satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sentencing in this case will be on May 2nd, 2024 at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Do you have a phone? Do you have the phone number for the probation department, sir?
Yes, I do. Oh, it's the same, the community corrections, right?
No, it's different. So let me give you that phone number. I'm gonna give it to
Okay.
everybody at the same time. Everybody on the call should write down this phone number at this time in the event that you're referred to the probation department. I don't intend to have to give it out again. So everybody on the call, so please write it down.
Okay, I'm ready.
734
Uh-huh.
686. Wrong.
6
734 483
483
7336.
7336.
Correct.
Is there any extension or anything, or
No, sir, that'll take you directly to the coordinator.
734 483?
7336.
I'm sorry, you broke up. I have a bad connection.
483.
My wife's trying to write it down. 734 483.
If you stop talking, I can finish.
Oh, sorry.
7336.
7336. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Please call them tomorrow after 9:00 a.m. Schedule a time to have an assessment done. And it takes a while to get that done. So please start tomorrow, sir, so that there's no excuses for why it's not done when you come back, because it is a condition of your bond to have that done. Okay?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Count.
Thank you.
Dismissed, and you're all set, sir. State of Michigan versus December Mitchell, case number 18S00208.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Jonathan Paul for Miss Mitchell. Good to see Your Honor this morning.
Good morning. Good to see you as well.
And Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Miss December Mitchell, please state your name, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. December Mitchell.
Thank you. All right, we're here this morning on the application to set aside the conviction.
Thank you, Your Honor. It appears that both the Michigan State Police and the Attorney General have submitted responses. It looks like there's no objection from either party. It appears Miss Mitchell is eligible. She was taken off probation in January of 2019, so she is beyond the 5-year mark. Miss Mitchell has had no issues since then, Your Honor. She appears before the court today, having someone who has advanced in her career and her personal life. We're having various conversations with her, Your Honor. She's in a much better place today. She's adopted a growth mindset from day one. She's learned a lot from this. She's really grateful and actually excited to be before Your Honor today, because this is a big opportunity for her, allowing her to potentially advance in her career. So this has been a big day for her. She's very excited to appear before Your Honor. I believe she does want to state a couple things on her record just to let you know what she's been up to, but I'm grateful for the opportunity, Your Honor, to appear before Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Ms. Mitchell, please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. Ma'am, is it true, the statements that the attorney just made about you with respect to your qualifications to have this conviction set aside?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
All right, thank you. I'm going to ask you some more questions in a moment, but before then, I'm going to go to the prosecutor and find out if there's anything she would like to say.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is no objection from the people on this matter.
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell. What have you been up to, in your words, since this conviction that will warrant you having this set aside now?
Wow, it's been a long journey. It's been a lot. First, outside of the complete humiliation and the self-reflection period that you go through going through this process, has been, honestly, it has been helpful. Within my career, I'm supervising in the position that I have now. So with that has been additional stressors, dealing with the sector we deal with every day. So that's been interesting, supervising people. I have also recently gotten married, so that has been a lot of fun. And we have like a huge combined family, so that's interesting as well. But just getting through this process has been, it's been hard, and I'm really truly looking forward to an opportunity to put this all behind me and to move forward, you know, if the court grants me that opportunity, so I can advance career-wise and also do a little bit more traveling abroad with my daughters. So when you're put in a position to where you are to be a mentor and a good example, you have to uphold that in every aspect. So this has been very humbling for me. I have to say that. So, you know, maybe once this is completely done, I can, you know, talk to others in regards to kind of how this process has been for me personally. So that's all I have for now.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing all of that. Of course, one of the things that I always want to know is, one, why are you seeking to get it off your record? And then two, what have you been up to? Because that's one of the things that I have to take a look at. I am very pleased to hear what you're up to. And in one of my more pleasurable parts of this job, and there aren't a lot because it's not easy doing this work. One of the pleasures I get and privileges is to be able to give people a second chance. And for that, I am just very proud to be able to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I will grant your opportunity to have a new life, a new start, get career advancement, and feel like you're the person that you want to be for your children and for the community. I will grant your request today. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
I'm trying to see if there's an order in this file.
I can send one in, Your Honor, if you'd like me to do so.
Please do so and check all the appropriate boxes.
Thank you, Your Honor, to yourself and your staff this morning, and congratulations, December. I'll follow up with you in a bit, okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Likewise.
State of Michigan versus Frankie Romanauskas, case number 23S00519.
Certainly, that's for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Muller here on behalf of Frankie Romanauskas. Mr. Romanauskas, can you state your name for the record, please?
Frankie Ramanauskas. I'm trying to, oh, there you go.
Excuse me. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Romanauskas.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Muller.
Yes, Your Honor, I sent to the court and prosecuting attorney, Ms. McDuffie, the referral for competency in this matter. Was that received?
Yes, I do have it.
And if the court will remember, the basis for me filing that is what was discussed in the bench conference last time, what was found at the beginning of this year on another matter for Mr. Romanowskis.
Thank you. Anything from the people?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
All right, I have signed that. I will adjourn this matter for a competency hearing. April the 20th. I'm gonna adjourn it to May 23rd, 2024, at 10 o'clock a.m., 9 o'clock a.m. for a competency. I'll see you then, sir, okay, on May 23rd, 2024 at 9 a.m.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Muller.
Ms. Nika, thanks.
State of Michigan versus Vernon Bowe, case number 24S22678.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Miller here on behalf of Vernon Bowe. Mr. Bowe, can you state your name for the record, please?
Bowe.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Bowe.
Good morning.
Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, we're here for pretrial today. Ms. McDuffie did extend an offer of a civil infraction, I think the same offer that was given earlier for fishing without a license. Mr. Bowe does want to, well, he doesn't want to accept the offer and he does want to set this for a final settlement conference.
Sure. Mr. Bowe understands that once the offer is rejected, then no further offers will be made to him.
I believe so. You understand that, right, Mr. Bowe?
Yes, ma'am.
We do need to get discovery, Ms. Muller. So on the other cases, we usually get photos of what the officers get and everything. So just so you know, I'll have to, if your office can send that request over, we can get that.
I'll have that sent today. Thank you.
Final settlement conference in this case will be on April 25th, 2024 at 11 a.m. with a jury selection on May 3rd, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. That's the jury selection. Please make sure that you're here in person for that one. The April 25th is going to be on Zoom still. Okay, sir?
25th. What time is that again?
11 a.m., sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Thank y'all.
Thank you. State of Michigan versus Natosha Austin, case number 24S00019.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Miller here on behalf of Ms. Austin. Ms. Austin, can you state your name for the record, please? Ms. Austin, you're still muted. Can you unmute and turn your video on, please, and state your name for the record?
I was trying to hear. Hello?
You can turn your video off, ma'am. I don't think you have a very good.
Hello?
Ma'am, you can turn your video off. Right,
Can you guys hear me?
Please state your name.
Natasha Austin.
Thank you. We're here for pretrial today.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Austin, I asked Ms. McDuffie about what we had talked about. Ms. McDuffie did extend a slightly different offer. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So the offer would be to a prosecutor's deferred. That's correct, right, Ms. McDuffie? And what that means is that you would comply with, I understand there's a recommendation of 24 months of probation. If you comply with that, the charge would ultimately be dismissed.
You said
The difference.
How many months of probation?
This is not gonna work in this environment. You need to have these conversations before.
I'm sorry, Your
put it
Honor.
on the record. I'll put you in a breakout room with her.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Watch my purse.
State of Michigan versus Jennifer Boscat, case number 22 FB 1122.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Lipo for Ms. Boscat. Ms. Boscat, could you please ask them to unmute you and state your name?
Jennifer Boscat.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're here for a pretrial. No, this was supposed to be a sentencing.
Your Honor, Ms. Boscat was last here, so she was already sentenced to serve the rest of her term, but she had left treatment, and she put quite a bit on the record last time about her explanation of the circumstances around that, which I won't attempt to even recap because I can't. But we were checking, I believe I don't remember if it was Agent Johnson, but somebody was looking into some of her statements regarding her other agent from MDOC and whether any of that was really substantiated.
Ms. Howard?
I reached out to Agent Howard and our supervisor, and I have yet to get a response back from either one of them.
Your Honor, if we could have a bench conference, I do have some information to provide to the court in counsel and probation.
Yes.
My job is my computer and my breaking the on my thing. It's not like I'm breaking the report. They never even got thrown. Kind of corner on it, and they didn't know. They literally just bumped that. And he got. I was saying you're trying to protect her and you're going to do it. It's really frustrating because I've had to understand the work 3 times this week. Telling him what do you get this time? What we've done and send that and then like you do any email, you do any email, you want to look at that. Like I've been trying to protect her and she goes and what whatever he says. And she doesn't even mean it. She's sitting there with her box. Like that's why I got so mad. I'm like, are you serious? Yeah. Right. 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 She had to be not just 5 minutes up. I'm like, you can even go with one of them. Why are you at my house? Right away to her working. Like I'm financially capable of that. Like it's very humiliating. So now I'm in trouble because I hit my own pocket. Right, her family didn't even stop to give her a baby shower. Like I paid her, I didn't have a baby shower. at this point, like now my job is in jeopardy, you know, because I've been on medical for my first year, and yesterday was my first day. They told me I had to go back or I was getting terminated. So I have a large heart which causes me to pass out, and then I have breathability inside a little heart rate. My heart rate only is 30. So my work rate is on that. And now here it is the second day of work. And I'm not there. I was on taking people to the oh, I'm like, that. But then again, I don't know, I've never been to jail or so I don't want to do that. What people
All right. We're here on this matter, as Ms. McDuffie had indicated, because Ms. Boscat was originally sentenced to 365 days in the Washington County Jail, but she could be released to a treatment program. And we had a long discussion about this back on February 29th, at which time we found out some information regarding her residential stay at the home of New Vision, which was to be followed up with by probation. Mr. Lebo has given me some additional information regarding his findings. I accept those findings to be true. The question for the court is what to do with Ms. Boscat, even in light of the fact that those statements may be true, and to what extent the allegations from what happened there were the basis for her requesting to be moved to a different facility or ultimately being placed into transitional housing. Is Ms. Boscat here? Okay, I see her. So as I think this through, I have some serious concerns about, and I've also gotten input from the probation department regarding this. I have some serious concerns about Ms. Boscat and her ability to and desire to want to actually get the help that she needs. I'm not willing to, and I had said several times that she needed to complete the balance of her time if she did not complete the program. I even wrote it in the file when it came down to the bond that was issued for Ms. Boscat after she left the treatment facility. I'm not willing to allow her to go directly back into another treatment facility. It's my understanding, and I just forgot the number. I think that she has 137 days.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Defendant is to serve the balance of her 365 days. With credit for 137 days. She should complete the Don Farm inpatient program. I would consider release to treatment after that program is done and I get a certificate of completion. They'll be released to inpatient after she completes. Yes.
There's a little bit of background noise from the jail towards the end of your ruling there. Was the court's ruling that after Ms. Boscat completes the Dawn Farm program, she can be considered for a released inpatient?
That's correct.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. State of Michigan versus Christina Wells, case number 24S00023. Ms. McDuffie, you are muted.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Thank you.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Christina Wells. Ms. Wells, can you state your name for the record?
Good morning, Christina Wells.
Good morning, Ms. Wells. We're here for a pretrial.
Yes, there has been an offer from the people and I did respond. And so I would like to adjourn to continue negotiating with Ms. McDuffie.
And just to be clear, there are actually no offers on this case except for a potential dismissal of the gun charge upon graduation if she is accepted to and successfully completes a treatment court program. So I didn't know if you were adjourning to pursue that or refer her to one of those, but Ms. White, that's not going to change. Please don't bother getting an assessment for that purpose. You can get one because she's going to need one eventually, but it's not going to change anything.
Okay, I would like to further discuss that with Ms. Wells then.
Okay.
Thank you.
April 11th, 2024 at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Bond is continued.
What day is that, ma'am?
It's gonna be a Thursday, ma'am.
Is there any way a Wednesday would work?
No, ma'am, not at all. That is a township day. The prosecutor for the state is not even present that day. All right, I will see you back here on April 11th, ma'am. State of Michigan versus Megan LeBlanc, case number 21S00232.
Richard McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Don Liba for Ms. LeBlanc. Ms. LeBlanc, could you state your name, please?
Megan LeBlanc.
Thank you. All right, we're here today regarding this matter. Ms. LeBlanc was supposed to be being considered for recovery court.
Yes, Your Honor, I did discover that Ms. LeBlanc is not a Washington County resident, therefore is not eligible for our recovery court. I did look into the possibility for entering into a transfer case in the recovery court in Romulus, and it does appear that will be possible. So I would be requesting an adjournment to get that set up.
We, I mean, I'm not going to object to it, but we discussed that in February, the fact that she wasn't a Wayne County resident, and that's been true for even before she was out on the bench warrant. So I just want to ask two things. One of them is Ms. LeBlanc currently at Oakdale? I know she was waiting on a bed last time from custody.
I completed Oakdale. I just got out I think 2 weeks ago. It'll be on Thursday or today. And I got out about 2 weeks ago.
Are you testing, ma'am?
I have not. I have not been able to get a hold of my probation officer.
Is there a community corrections report on this case? It's gonna be Ms. Straub, are you present?
I am. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. This is the Megan LeBlanc matter. Can you please check to see if there's a community corrections report?
Yeah, sure, Your Honor. I don't have one personally, but I will try and get one right now.
All right, thank you. I'm going to pass this matter. Court will recall the matter of the state of Michigan versus Kyra Merrick, case number 22S00516.
Richard McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Mueller here on behalf of Kyra Merrick. Ms. Merrick, can you state your name for the record, please?
Ms. Kyra Merrick, please unmute your device and state your name.
Kyra Merrick.
Ms. Mueller, where are we, please?
Your Honor, I had a chance to talk with my client again, and she would like to proceed to a final settlement conference. And if we could, I know that if the date in April is the earliest, we would like to request the earliest final settlement conference that the court can accommodate, and that works with Ms. McDuffie as well.
That is the earliest date. There were a ton of cases that were set on one day, pretty much took up a whole docket.
Okay.
And that's where we are.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
May 3rd, April 25th, 2024 at 11 a.m. for the final settlement conference. May 3rd, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. for the jury selection. Bond is continued. See you all then. You're all set, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
State of Michigan versus Natasha Austin, 24S00019, recall.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Muller here on behalf of Natasha Austin. Miss Austin, can you state your name for the record again, please?
I'm Natasha Austin.
Thank you.
Sorry, Your Honor. I apologize for earlier. I did speak with Miss Austin further about the offer and what it meant in a breakout room. She would like a brief adjournment for her to be able to consider the offer from Miss McDuffie for a little bit longer.
Your trial in this matter will be adjourned to April 11th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Bond is continued.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. See you then, ma'am. Have a good
Bye.
day.
You too.
State of Michigan versus Maurice Jordan, case number 22S00351.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender John V. Lebo for Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan.
Mr. Jordan, please unmute your device and state your name.
Jordan.
Sorry, first, I'm gonna need you to turn on some light so I can actually see your face.
Let me see if it should have came back on. Hold on. There we go.
All right, and can you state your whole name for me, please? I think we missed the beginning of it.
Maurice Roberto Jordan.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, we're here for pretrial in this matter.
Yes, Your Honor. I was not able to speak to Mr. Jordan until today. Upon speaking to him, it looks like we're going to be speaking with Ms. McDuffie regarding a potential resolution, so I'd like an adjournment for that purpose.
April 11th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Bond is continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Jordan.
Thank you, you too.
Bye-bye. State of Michigan versus Sarah Webb, case number 20FB1934.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Miss Sarah Webb, please unmute your device, state your name. Oh, Miss Muller, you make.
Sorry, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Allison Muller here on behalf of Sarah Webb. Miss Webb, can you please state your name for the record?
Sarah Webb.
Thank you, Miss Webb.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing well.
Can't see you either. Can you turn on some light there? There we go. Thank you.
There we go.
All right. We're here for a review.
Yep.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just trying to pull up the report. It looks like I think Miss Jordan spoke here with Miss Webb, but it looks like I'm just working on payments, recommending discharge, I believe.
That is correct. I have signed the discharge papers that were submitted to me, so she is discharged. So now we got to work on the payments, which we've been talking about for a while. Last time we were here, she told me she got a new job.
I do. I do. And I will be able to make a payment this coming Thursday.
You mean the 28th, ma'am?
Yes.
And how much are you going to be able to pay per month?
I can do 60 every 2 weeks. So 120 a month.
All right. I will put you down for $120 a month. I'll make that on the 28th. Well, you're doing 60. So technically, 2 weeks from then would be. So I'm gonna make it the 15th of each month, 120 by the 15th of each month, okay?
That works.
And I'll see you back here on June 20th. Okay?
Alrighty.
At 10. If you're making your payments, you don't need to be here, Ms. Webb.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. State of Michigan versus James Robinson, case number 21S00031.
Sorry about that. Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Mr. Robinson, please state your name.
Johnny Robinson.
Mr. Robinson, you're here for payment. You owe $1,400. Is one appearing?
Yes, my apologies for the delay, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Davi Lubo for Mr. Robinson. And I have discussed the payments with Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson tells me that he was in court before and indicated he'd be able to pay that off by now. He was a bit overly optimistic. He's encountered some difficulties in his life since then, but he will be paying $200 this month and tells me that he intends to and believes he will be able to pay the full amount next month.
I will set it up for a payment plan of $200 per month on the 30th of each month. If he's done paying this by the time he gets back here, then that would be all the better for everybody. So. You can be done by May 23rd, you think, sir?
Absolutely.
Right, May 23rd, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. for a review. If you're all paid or you're making payments of $200 a month, you don't have to be here, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
State of Michigan versus Antonio Pittman, 20 FB 1702.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Lubo for Mr. Pittman. Mr. Pittman, could you state your name, sir?
Antonio Pittman.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Pittman.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. That's the best I got today, but I appreciate you asking. All right, we're here for a violation of probation. It appears that, one moment. There's a violation for failing to drug and alcohol tests or a screen as ordered, and a failure to comply with the CCOP, a failure to pay your fines and costs, and a failure to report for over 90 days. It looks like you were arraigned on that before the magistrate on February 23rd, 2024. You are entitled to have a hearing on these matters, at which time, if it is found that you violate the terms of your failing to report, you could have your probation revoked and you could be sentenced to the original maximum. It looks like the recommendation at this time, because you made contact with your agent, and it appears you're sincere about wanting to get back on track, she is recommending that your probation be reinstated with an extension to give you time to get everything done. Mr. Lebo, what would your client like to do?
Your Honor, Mr. Pittman will be pleading guilty to the violation. I do want to note that I had a conversation with him yesterday where he was as equally honest with me as it sounds like he was with Ms. Johnson, and we support that recommendation.
All right. Mr. Pittman, please raise your right hand and be sworn, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. Sir, the list of violations I just read off, are those all true? You did violate in those ways?
Yes.
All right. I find that there's a knowing and willing admission to the violation. Are you satisfied, Ms. McDuffie?
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
Defense is likewise satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you. And the recommendation is from Ms. Straub. And anything you want to say about that?
Your Honor, I would note that we obviously support that recommendation. I would note that what Mr. Pittman has told me is that he became very overwhelmed and made the unfortunate decision to abscond from probation. He's, he acknowledges that was very much the wrong thing to do. He tells me that he feels very apologetic about this, and he's asking the court to allow him to resume his probation. He's ready to comply fully and complete probation. He does tell me that he has signed up for the MRT program and has his intake on Friday, and that he'll test negative for any and all substances with the exception of marijuana, for which he has a medical marijuana card. He also would like the court to know that since he had absconded from probation, he has now been able to restore his driver's license as well.
Thank you. Anything from you, Ms. McDuffie?
Nothing from the people.
All right, sir. Anything you want to say before I sentence you?
No.
All right. It's the sentence of the court that your probation is reinstated. It's extended for 6 months with a new end date of September 21st, 2024. 5 days for a total of 40 hours of community service for the violation of probation. We'll do a review in 90 days, which will put us on June 20th, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. for your review, okay?
June 20th, okay.
Okay. All right. So you're all set. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
State of Michigan versus Aaron Piccini, case number 23S00008.
Right to me, that's for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Mueller here on behalf of Aaron Piccini. Mr. Piccini, can you state your name for the record, please?
Aaron Piccini.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Piccini.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you on the outside. Good to see you here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be.
All right. All right. Let's see. I was so caught up in why we were here from before. So we had the violation of probation. He admitted to that. No, it's supposed to be a violation of bond. All right, we're here for a pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor. And I sent over the record of the appointment on the 19th and also the appointment for outpatient assessment that Mr. Piccini scheduled. That's set for March 27th. He just met with Rhett Reyes yesterday and did the assessment for the 14B recovery court. So at this point, I would just be asking for an adjournment to have those assessments done, see what happens at his PCC next week. And I think we'll have a plan by the next pretrial.
Ms. McDuffie?
No objection to that. Yes, that PCC is on March 28th for his felony drug case, it would probably make sense to try to figure out if there's anything we can do between these two cases.
Yeah.
April 11th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Bond
Thanks,
is-
Your Honor. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was going to ask if I could just briefly address bond.
Go ahead.
Okay. Your Honor, and Aaron and I both appreciate, giving him the chance to be out on bond. So I'll just preface what I'm going to ask for by saying that. I also just want to say that Aaron's probably one of the most proactive clients I've had. I haven't been a public defender that long, but just like the level of contact I've had with him and how, he did all of this. He scheduled the outpatient assessment, reached out to Rhett the day I, told him that was something he should do. Him and I did have a conversation, Aaron and I yesterday, about the GPS tether. And so I guess, our request would either be to consider removing, and I understand that might not be an option, but maybe then if that's not an option, to just have set times where he is on home confinement, like of course in the evening until morning. Aaron just said it's been a little bit of a stress for him. He is leaving a lot. He's works in stonemasonry. He's also going to be probably having a lot to do with outpatient kind of coming and going. He said he had the feeling reaching out to his GPS agent that they were already getting a bit annoyed with him calling and saying, hey, I'm leaving the house. Do I have permission? And him and I just kind of talked in relation to recovery that, and I think the court rightly noted at our last hearing that, he could use at home. And so I understand that maybe there's some more risk of triggers when being out, but I also think that it can be a bit of a trigger being in your home too much and not, even he said it doesn't really allow him to even go outside of his porch. Like, I could just imagine not being able to go out on a walk or something like that, things that could possibly help with recovery, that could be a bit of a stress. So I guess that's really just our request, if the court would consider either removing or just having the home confinement restricted to evening hours until morning.
Ms. McDuffie?
I'm going to leave that to the court. I appreciate Ms. Moeller trying to make this, I guess, more comfortable for Mr. Porcini and potentially warding off circumstances that may trigger him. But everything that and you've been through a lot trying to coordinate him getting, getting his shot but all of that was just so we could get to the point where maybe the court considered even getting him this far. So I think that there's probably a little bit of a ways to go. So that we can make sure everything's okay. But I understand, but I don't take a position on it.
So he's out for his work hours, correct?
Correct. I believe as long as he calls and checks in, Aaron is, yeah.
What are the work hours, Mr. Porcini?
7 to 5. I also have meetings I'm trying to go to. So that's another coordinating issue. I can't go grocery shopping. I can't pick my prescriptions up. A lot of like basic things I'm not able to do because of this. And like she said, even walking around the block, I've had multiple years in sobriety. I have a lot of people in recovery. As far as my friends go, it's pretty much all of them. And it's, so all of the things that I need to be doing that I was doing before that kept me sober are the things I'm trying to do now. And just being on home confinement's restricted. I don't mind having the tether on. You guys know I'm dropping, you know where I'm at. I've dropped twice already, since Monday, and met with my PO already. I also had an assessment with CMH. Yeah, I'm trying to do everything that I can possibly do. It's just, it makes it kind of restrictive.
When are your meetings? I didn't hear you mention.
Well, the ones I scheduled this week because I have to schedule them are tonight and tomorrow. I don't know if tonight's going to be an option because I have to give addresses to everywhere I go. And I can't get the address to where this meeting's at tonight. So tomorrow's I got an address for it. Yeah, tonight, tomorrow, right now, I would prefer to be going more often. But with coordinating issues, it's kind of difficult.
What time are the meetings, sir?
7:30 tonight and 7:30 tomorrow.
And how long do they last?
Usually an hour, and then people stay after and talk. So I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And he did get his treatment, his medical treatment.
He did, Your Honor, and I sent a record of that appointment on the 19th. He did go to that.
I'm gonna see if the home confinement will allow you the out times between 7 a.m. and 8:45 p.m. on a daily basis.
Okay. Thank
We
you.
appreciate that, Your Honor.
If there are any issues, we'll let you know, Ms. Muller.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir. Any bond violation, and that will be revoked, obviously. But, Mr. Cheney, I believe you can do this. You had all those same recovery folks surrounding you when you had this other situation.
I did. You're
So
absolutely right.
that's not the issue. You need to figure out what that is and not do
Right.
it again. Okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too. State of Michigan versus Crystal Gelormino, case number 23-0051.
Rachel, Deputy for the People.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Crystal Gelormino. Ms. Gelormino, when you're able, can you state your name for the record?
Ms. Gelormino, please state your name.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Oh, Crystal Lorene Gelomino.
thank you.
Ms. McDuffie, I know at one time there was an offer, but it was contingent on how she did. Is there an offer now at this time?
I will, yes, one moment. Let me just pull that up.
Your Honor, we may should adjourn because I would have to discuss that offer with Ms. Gelomino.
Actually, if we can just approach really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, no, everybody. Yeah. All right, we're back on the record in the case of the state of Michigan versus Crystal Gelomino, case number 23S00511. We've had a breakout room on this case. Ms. White, are you clear on what the offer is at this time? Ms. White?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was waiting for Miss Gelomino to get on, but she can still hear us. Yes, but Miss McDuffie can make it clear for Miss Gelomino.
Ms. Gelomino's previous offer was to plead to counts 1 and 4 on her complaint with the dismissal of counts 2 and 3. The sentence agreement is to 24 months probation. I will leave all the rest of the terms up to the court and probation. And just to be clear, those counts are, the first count is child abuse 4th degree. That's the one with holding the 9-month-old infant while intoxicated and hitting the other child. And the 4th count is attempted resisting and obstructing of a police officer. So those are the 2 counts. They're both 1 year. I believe they would be concurrent. And again, the sentence agreement is to 24 months probation.
Miss Gelomino, I'm requesting an adjournment so that we can discuss this further.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I would like to address bond.
You may.
As Your Honor knows, Ms. Gelomino has been in, I believe, about 2 weeks, and we are asking that she be released on a scram tether so that she can show this court that she can withstay from alcohol.
Ms. McDuffie?
I'm sure that Ms. Gelomino wants to be sober at some point. I don't know how she plans to do that though, because she's where she is right now because of all the violations. She's had ETGs, she's had sober links, she's had scram tethers. We put her on the scram tether, I believe, after we had all the violations on the sober link. And it doesn't appear to really matter what, which device it is, but Miss Gelomino can't stop drinking. I'm grateful that honestly she has been forced to kind of detox right now while she's in jail, and I hope she's able to just think a little more clearly about everything. And of course, she's also there because we have a new police report. It hasn't been reviewed yet, but a new violation of a new offense while she was out as well. So I have all the hope in the world that Miss Gelomino is going to be able to get better. But she can't do that herself. And I don't know what, she has at various times said that she has checked herself into different programs and facilities and hospitals, but I don't know to what end. I don't know what she got out of those. Miss Gelomino being able to be successful and sober is not going to be on her terms at this point because she's tried that and it hasn't worked. So I would ask that bond continue, and we can, if the court can set a shorter adjournment, that's great.
I'm gonna lose my housing.
Ms.
And then
Gelomino?
I have it to Lana's.
I'm sure you thought about that when you decided to continue to violate the court's order to not drink.
I've
been
sober for 2 months.
Sorry, what did you just say?
I've been sober for 2 months. Before the fact, when I violated, I went to Spire for 30 days and completed their treatment.
When did you go to Spiro?
123.
It does appear she has had no violations since January the 15th. She did miss March 4th at between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m., but she retested at 9:16 and was negative at that time. Well, I don't think I'm gonna do a scram because a scram requires that she show up and she have a download as opposed to getting automatic test results. When was the offense? When are the allegations of the offense for the retail fraud, Ms. McDuffie?
That report date is February the, let's see here. One moment, I just had it pulled up. The report date is February 21st, 2024.
So she has a retail fraud allegation after she got out of treatment. Ms. Jellamina, it looks like treatment is not helping you in the way it should. I'm not willing to release her, given that she has a new allegation after she got out of treatment. I'll see her back here next week on March 28th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Bond is continued. The court will call the matter of the state of Michigan versus Shatia Gibbs, case number 23 FB 1198.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christina Costantino appearing on behalf of Shatia Gibbs.
Morning, Ms.
And good morning, Judge. Your Honor, it's my understanding that my client is not going to be appearing in court today. She has indicated to me that she could not obtain child care, and that is her reasoning for not appearing today. I understand if the court issues a warrant, but I would be asking for an adjournment of the matter.
Bench warrant to issue, no bond.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. I should make a record that she failed to appear for her pre-sentence investigation report. Also, she was very rude to the probation coordinator when she was trying to get re-referred to get her assessment done, which she did not do either.
Thank you, Judge. Yes, it's
or third referral. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. State of Michigan versus